What's up, table tennis nerds? Welcome back to the Limittless channel. This is Road to 1550 TTR week 23, and this is shortly before the summer break. Like most clubs are closed during the summer break. Luckily, I have access to a place where I can train all the time, and some of the clubs, are closed at different times than the others. So if I keep club hopping, I can train. But of course, I'm gonna do some holidays as well. And I really enjoy this time because there's no pressure, there's no games going on, no tournaments, nothing. So I can just train and have fun and work on being loose, which is. I lately had a discussion with Mathias that this is probably for me 50% of just everything is just getting loose. Because if I'm loose, I play so much better. Like it's like 50% better, as I said. Yeah, we do some multi-ball. First without a serve, then with a serve, opening against backspin, which works better and better with the forehand. Especially lately, I think my feeling for that increased. But again, I feel a big difference if I'm loose or not. And yeah, also try to get a little wiser about my training, like not train as much as possible if I don't feel well or if I feel I'm stiff, and also I cannot keep up from the head, I'm not focused. Yeah, which happens if you're overtrained, and it doesn't make sense, especially in such a fine motoric sports than table tennis, and especially as at a stage where things are not settled yet. It's so complicated, so many small things, and it's very easy to mess up parts of what you built in terms of techniques and yeah, things you memorized, muscle memory you built. And at the beginning, if it's not settled, you can destroy it like a small plant, starting to grow, and then if you're not careful, you can destroy it. So it will never be a big tree. And yeah, I feel like it's the same with table tennis. A little change in so many components of, let's say, a foreign topspin. If you mess up one of them, that can mess up everything, and then maybe others also get worse, and you don't know why, and you're like, hey, that was better last week, why is it? And sometimes it's just taking a break and relaxing the body and the mind, and then come back. Yeah, and also a big thing lately was watching the Olympics. I've never watched that much table tennis before. Also, we have holiday time, so I had a little more time than usual, and that helped. It was really great to see the best of the best play. And I'm a visual learner, so that always helps me. It's always good. Yeah, for those of you who are new to the channel, Yannick here, he's one of my main training partners. Also at the very beginning, he was the first one that I forced to play exercises with me, and yeah. So he knows my game very, very well, and he blocks. Even if I have a good day, he's able to block so many of my shots because he just sees where I'm aiming at, I guess. He just knows it from his experience. Yeah, and it's very good to have Matthias back, which obviously he sees the mistakes I do and corrects them. In the training sessions with him, we talk about important things, and then we right away get to work and practice. So this is backhand, middle backhand, right side of the table. So at this exercise, I know where the ball comes, and we mostly start with a regular exercise and then switch to irregular exercises, which makes a lot of sense. And again, it's really also in the sessions with him, I feel an extreme difference if I'm loose or if I'm tensed up. It's so different. And here I start with the serve, and then we play I believe, yeah, this was middle of the table, and then he could play left or right side of the table. And yeah, he saw mistakes in my backspin serve there, in my short backspin serve. I simply hit the ball way too high still, and he said hit it lower, and also the racket angle have it more open. And this is something that I trained then after that. Like I do this voiceover a few weeks after I filmed this. Again, it's holiday season, so I don't have that much time. I spend time with the family and so on. So yeah, but this is really something I trained, and I think hopefully I was able already to improve it. But it's still also this serve that it's such a basic serve, but I think it's so hard to do everything right with this, and then be consistent with it to the point where you also in game, when you have a real game, you're confident to do it. Yeah, this one looked already a bit better. And here we start with the backhand opener, and then this was 2 or 1, I guess. So he can play me 2 or 1 balls into my backhand, and then 2 or 1 into my forehand, which is a very irregular exercise, starting with a serve. So very match-like, very good. Yeah, and something about the rhythm, like if Matthias blocks, it's super consistent, and it's easy to adjust, and that's good to get repetitions in, to get your basics, solid basics. But if I play, especially with people that have pimples or weird styles, the ball flies different. My rhythm is, if I'm off rhythm because of that, I get so much worse. But yeah, I mean, that's part of the game. You have to learn until you get consistent and saw it all, and have the experience to deal with everything, every style. So here, obviously, we do 3 point multi ball, just forehand openers. And I remember this session, I had trouble with this, but this table is crazy. Like, it's the Olympic table, and they had 12 of them in at the Saarbrücken Center to train. Some of the Olympic teams trained there, and this is a stop table. So it's, if you never experience it, like the ball will, I don't know how much in centimeters, but it's a huge difference. Like a backspin ball will stop way earlier, so it won't bounce that far. So you have to get used to that. Yeah, here we do the same thing, but I have to play the second ball against topspin, so do a follow up. And same thing also with the backhand. It's way harder because you get way different balls. Like the first one, you have backspin, you have to deal with that, so it's a different movement. And second one, you have to go way more forward, way more through the ball, and that's what makes it so hard. And you don't have time to think about it because it comes so fast. Like in game, right? It's the same situation. And then here, that's Flo. He's a subscriber, and yeah, I went to a forum and asked for training partners because yeah, I want more training partners, and he replied. So yeah, we met to train. He's training a lot. Also, he has short pimples on the backhand, and his style is also his blocking is very fast. And first, I really had to get used to it. It's not easy to play exercises when somebody blocks that fast. But I mean, it's how he plays, so it's good to train the reaction speed, I guess. And also, I have a huge trouble with his playing style. He has less points than me, but he causes way more trouble than some players with more points that I know. Again, he plays. I think his forehand topspin is good, and he could use it more often. He smashes with the forehand a lot. But yeah, his pimples, again, pimples. As you could see here, I don't know what's in there. and sometimes I get confused. He pushes a lot, and that's also the cause. These long pushes here, it doesn't seem like it, but I have huge problems. In this session, not so much, but we did another session after that, and there it was crazy. I couldn't handle his style. Yeah, I remember this session was I played way better against him, but in other sessions not so much. So I try to train with him as much as possible in the future, because that's obviously what I have to get used to, his style of playing. But I think it has a lot to do with confusing myself, this downward spiral that starts when things don't work, and then you start questioning everything, and yeah. All right, guys. So I hope you had fun watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for future videos. Guys, I almost forgot to mention, if you're a beginner or you stagnate or you're a restarter in table tennis, Matthias and me, we did a webinar about how to get good at table tennis fast for beginners. The link is in the description. You may want to check it out. It's totally free. Thanks again for watching, and see you soon.